You know, I'd say a lot of things over the years. Whatever recent quote I'd read would kind of stick in my mind, and I'd share that with the students. But practice makes permanent is what they remembered. Because of course there's a hidden layer in that practice makes permanent, so you better be sure that you're practicing correctly. Otherwise you're permanently going to be thinking the wrong way or perhaps even doing the wrong thing. It's really interesting that I have chosen teaching for my career, or it chose me or something. I landed up being a teacher because when I look back, if I connected the dots, I am where I'm supposed to be, but I didn't know it at the time. When I graduated with a degree in math and physics, I was sort of lost as to what I really wanted to do. I graduated at a time when they said, oh, women can do anything, they can go out and do whatever they want to do. And I came back and talked to my high school teacher. She said, have you thought of teaching? Maybe she saw something in me that I didn't see myself, I'm not sure. And I thought, oh, yeah. Okay, maybe I should try that. So I applied for a job and I got one here at Punahou, which is such a blessing. And ever since my first day of teaching, I've known that it's what I really like to do. How lucky is that? Students often have misconceptions about what math really is. Some students come to me sort of wounded by past experiences because they've tried to blindly follow an algorithm and they can't memorize. Nobody can memorize the length of algorithm that they think they need to have. Math is not recipes, it's not procedures, it's not algorithms. Those are embedded in mathematics with the symbols that we need to decode. I think mathematics is very beautiful, so that's something that I like to share with my students. Recently in Algebra 2 we've been studying the sine function, one of the 6 trigonometric functions, and the sine wave has this most beautiful shape. It's just a flowing, natural kind of a shape. It comes from a function, like it has particular values that you plot, and it turns out to be this magnificent shape. So there's so much beauty in mathematics, and I share that with my students. We call ourselves Team BC because we work together. Calculus it's kind of a scary idea, right? There's a lot of people that are scared by the idea of calculus. So we want to be sure that if we work together, we can help each other understand calculus and be successful. When you're learning mathematics, you can't just receive the information, you have to also talk mathematics. So I arranged the room into groups of 4, and if you walk around this Bingham building, you see that that's what we do now. And that invites conversation, face-to-face conversation between students. Through that conversation, they can understand the topic better. Well, I was so excited to teach Calculus BC, I guess a little bit of that wore off on the students also. So in 2001, I taught it for a couple of years. In 2001, they said, can we have t-shirts? If you guys design it and you guys figure out who's going to make it for us, we can have t-shirts. And sure enough, they did. And so it became a pretty regular thing to have t-shirts in Team BC. Team BC is a collaborative community. We all care about each other and we all appreciate the successes of each other. The most recent story was Chris Pong, a member of Team BC, works for NASA, and he is partly responsible for getting Perseverance to Mars. We saw him in the Mission Control Center cheering, giving, well, no high fives, not now, elbows, to his colleagues for the joy of having Perseverance on Mars. I had the opportunity to talk to Chris on a Zoom call, and I asked him, I said, so Chris, did you use any of your basic calculus? And he laughed and he said, yes, as a matter of fact, I had a piece of paper and a pencil nearby, and I would actually do some integrals in the design of Perseverance going to Mars. So now we feel like mathematics is spreading throughout the universe, thanks to Chris Pong. Now Perseverance is on Mars. The thing that has brought me joy over the years teaching so many students is the individual student. When I look back on the 45 years that I've been here, it's not like a committee I was on. It's the individual students and the impact that I hope I've had on them, that I've made a difference. And when they come back and tell me that I've made a difference, and they can actually tell me concretely what it is that they're doing now and where the difference came from, that really matters. That is what brings me joy. I often think about the idea that it's not what you've done with somebody, it's how they've made you feel. And I hope I've made people feel good. I know they've made me feel good. So the joy comes from that sharing about caring about each other and the feeling that you get, even when you think about somebody from the